Shalom family, welcome to our first Passover prep video. I wanted to make sure I got this video out so we can get rid of the leaven together and just have fun with it and really take our time. So it's definitely good to start early as you can. Just start setting stuff aside, whether you want to try to consume it or whether you just want to have eyes on it at all times, so when we get down to the last few days, it's easy to just get rid of everything. So I'm just going to be gathering all the leaven in the kitchen that I can find. To start, I have some very cut clear items that have leavening in it, and I do have a list, so it's really good to get you a list so you guys can get a list like this. It goes over the basics of what you should be looking for, because a lot of things have yeast extracts and brewer's yeast and things like that. That's not necessarily a leavening agent, but it sounds like it's yeast, so everybody's just throwing everything out. So it's a good list to have, so you know that you're not overdoing it when it comes to yeast, because what we're looking for is actually the leavening properties of the yeast, because the primary purpose is for bread. We didn't have time to sit and let our yeast in our bread expand and get bigger. So the purpose of when we're memorializing the Exodus is to get rid of it. You should be making bread in haste. You don't have time to let your yeast expand or anything, so you're just making dough with basic ingredients, and that's going to be in the next video, so please stay tuned. So we're going to be doing a few videos for our Passover prep. So I have bread right here. That's definitely a no-go. This is actually getting ready to expire, so I'm just going to trash it. This is a trash item. Crackers, this has leavening in it, so since this is something we can eat and still enjoy, I'm just gonna set it to the side. I do have a box right here, so this is where everything that I am just setting aside and making sure I have all the leavening together. I'm gonna put everything in here. So my crackers are gonna go in here. What else we have up here? We have a little bit of Cheez-It left. I'm gonna throw that in the trash. We should be prepping our bodies anyway to stop eating so much yeast and leavening. Some more crackers. I'm gonna save this for the baby. Pretzels. This has leavening. So definitely check out your ingredient list. Okay, that's what I'm looking at, the ingredient list. So this one says leavening, and in parentheses it says yeast, sodium bicarbonate, and or ammonia bicarbonate. So that's clear cut. You throw that in there. Keep an eye on that and make sure that's out of your house by the time Passover begins. So I'm gonna just start gathering stuff. I'm gonna put it all right here so we can go through a few of the items just to give you a better idea. And yeah, hopefully I get majority of it done today, at least set aside. That way I don't have to worry about that too much, because we got cleaning to do, because leavening gets in cracks of everything. You want to make sure you clean that all out. So let's get all this gathered together and I'll be back. Too bad this year, so we don't have a lot of things to have a lot of leavening here in the month of March. So we have pancake mix. This big old bag I got from Costco. I don't even know why I got this, because we do not eat it like that, but Lord willing I can make some before we have to get rid of it, because it does have leavening. Baking soda, sodium aluminum phosphate, monocalcium phosphate. Those are the leavening agents in this one. So I'm gonna put that in the box. We have graham crackers, It has leavening, baking soda, and our calcium phosphate. We have croutons. This has yeast. That's the leavening. Crackers, saltine crackers. We have some figs. Do these have yeast? You'll be surprised reading your ingredients during this time. Whole wheat, cane sugar free. No, baking soda. These have baking soda. So let me put these to the side. We eat these every day, so I'm gonna just put these back on the counter. Those will be gone. This croissant, I'm gonna trash. These are bread that go in the freezer, so really check your freezers, check your fridge. I didn't have too much else in the freezer and the fridge, but when I get to cleaning, I'm gonna look even deeper. But this bread that we free is Ezekiel bread. It does have leavening, so it has fresh yeast, and that's the leavening agent. So I just have to be mindful because we do keep this in the freezer. So I'm just gonna make note to check the freezer during the final days before Passover. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in the trash, pop this back in the freezer, and make note of it. But we're doing good. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna check the garage because we did start getting a stockpile, but I was being real particular and mindful of the leavening. So I'm gonna see what I find in the garage when I bring it back in here. So I'll be back. Okay, so these were the only two things that I found that actually have yeast leavening properties. So this, of course, has the leavening, but this is actually what I wanted to share with you guys, because when you take a look at the list, you'll see some of these yeast ingredients, but they're actually not leavening. So right here we have torula yeast. I believe that's how you pronounce it. You have torula yeast and you have yeast extract. So if you look up torula yeast, it said it is a dead yeast that cannot leaven bread. It's considered a nutritional yeast, also hickory smoked trula yeast, used as a savory seasoning that imparts smoky aroma to foods. So it's not a leavening agent. It won't leaven anything in this product. So although it has the word yeast, you can still keep it because it's not gonna leaven. Leaven is just making something rise and puff up. And then the other one was yeast extract. So that's basically derivatives of yeast, which are sterile and cannot leaven. So that's just a really good example I wanted to show you guys. You will have products like this. This is a Tex-Mex trail mix. So if you really think about it, it's like, okay, what in here would be considered something that leavens up, you know? So really just be mindful of that and don't feel like you have to throw out everything that says yeast. I know that's kind of what we automatically assume and we go to when we hear yeast, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a leavening agent, and that's what we're looking for, things that leaven. So you don't want to just double check, make sure nothing's in here, because you know we have baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate, ammonia carbonate, baking powder, sourdough starter, and yeast. So if any of that is in there, then definitely set it to the side or trash it. But this is good to go. This is going to the side with the rest of the leavening, so we can try to get that eaten up before we have to toss it. And I think that's it, you guys. I really feel like we haven't bought too much yeast. Oh, I didn't even go through the spice cabinet, you guys. Like, this is the biggest thing. So you have baking soda, that's sodium bicarbonate. So you definitely have to get rid of these. So if you have a lot, start cleaning with it, start cooking with it, whatever you have to do, because this is a leavening agent. Baking powder, it's sodium bicarbonate and monocalcium phosphate. So those are leavening agents, so you have to get rid of those. But we can set them to the side for now. Let's let's look at cornstarch. Cornstarch, I believe cornstarch is good. Yeah, the ingredient is just cornstarch, so no leavening agent in there. What else do I have in here? Cornmeal. I'm just showing you guys some common things that people will be like, oh, what about this? So this cornmeal is degerminated yellow cornmeal, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, monite. Look, this is why I didn't go to the medical field, okay? I can't pronounce these things. And vitamins, okay? All the different vitamins. So these are good. This one's good. Let me show you a condiment because these do have, let's see what's in this one. Sodium benzoate. That's good. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so this is good. I know some dressings do say like yeast extract and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about those because you can't leaven anything with it. But I was hoping this had something so I could show you. Yeah. Okay. And the seasonings. I want to go over the seasonings because the seasonings usually do have like yeast extracts. So let's see what this one has. Anti-caking agent. Okay, this is not a good example. Let me see if I can find a good example. I don't have a good example of that, but let's see what else I have up here. So when I was stockpiling, you guys, and if you want a separate video on that, I could do one for you guys. I was really stockpiling on like beans, lentils, black beans, garbanzo beans. So I have tons of beans. I wasn't really necessarily stocking up on things that have leavening in it. And like pastas. Pastas are good because they typically don't have leavening. I'm not sure if there's any out there, so I'm not gonna say there's not, but what else? Oh, soups. Now when I had started, because we did stock up on a lot of canned goods and we did get a few soups, you don't necessarily have to get rid of it when you see, let's see, did this one have it? Flour, I don't think it was this one. Let me find one that, okay, I found one. So this is a steak and potato Campbell's soup. We never even eat these. We just bought them during the pandemic just to have them. So I never really looked at them. And then now that I'm prepping, I went to look at the ingredients, and it has, of course it has the beef broth, mushrooms, the potatoes, and then it has yeast extract. So when I had seen the yeast extract, I was like, dang, we gotta get rid of all these. But no, you don't, because I took a look at my list. Yeast extract, when it comes to canned goods, it's a derivative of yeast, okay? And it cannot leaven anything in here. So you don't want to just start throwing out your soups that say yeast extract, okay? Really get you a trustworthy list. Like I said, I'll link the ones that I have in the description section below, and really just pay attention, okay? Just really focus on leavening, not the yeast part of it, because yeast extract, just like vanilla extract, like extracts is just extracted from things, so it like deletes different properties where it can't really function at its full capacity. So that's all it is. It's just basically a derivative of the full potential of yeast, if that makes sense. So these are good. You don't have to get these out of your home because it can't leaven anything. So baking soda, big no. Baking powder, big no, because these are what you really use to leaven up your baking goods. So these definitely have to go. And we will be doing unleavened bread recipes together, so really stay tuned. Okay, I just wanted to take a quick look at pasta. Spaghetti, pasta, all different types of pasta typically do not have yeast in them. So these are really good to have, and they're really good stockpile item because they last for a long time. So I have a lot of different pastas, rice, and things like that. So I really didn't go overboard with yeast this year. I'm so proud of myself. But I really hope you guys don't have a lot of leavening, and I really hope this video was helpful. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and let me know what items you might have that I didn't have. And if you have items like trail mix that have the yeast extract, share your tips in the comment section below. Share the video, and as always, I'll catch you next time.